Hi, today I have a recording from Journey Beyond Words by Brent Haskell, and this section is Thoughts as Images. It's recommended to pair it with lessons 8 to 14 of A Course in Miracles, but if you're not interested in A Course in Miracles, this is a great message all on its own. So either way, whatever works, but I'm just going to read through the lessons 8 to 14 in case you are approaching it that way. So lesson 8 is My Mind is Preoccupied with Past Thoughts. Lesson 9, I See Nothing as It Is Now. 10, My Thoughts Do Not Mean Anything. 11, My meaningless thoughts are showing me a meaningless world. Word and world. 12, I am upset because I see a meaningless world. 13, a meaningless world engenders fear. 14, God did not create a meaningless world. Okay, and so from there, thoughts as images. Greetings again, I am Jeshua. I have come this day to further with you my discussion of A Course in Miracles. I wish to help you experience lesson number 15 from A Course in Miracles. My thoughts are the images that I have made. We have said previously that your thoughts do not mean anything. I told you that meaning can only be associated with truth. We spoke of thoughts and how they are but interpretations and reactions to things you think you have seen in the past. Indeed, without an image of the past, we could not think anything. Remember these words. Everything you think you see, when you say see, you associate with that, with what you call the seeing of your eyes. And I tell you, that is not seeing at all. It is but an image you have made. I have asked you with this lesson to look around you and say, this room is an image I have made. This body is an image I have made, and so on. I asked you to apply that statement to everything you think you see. I have come today to tell you, to clarify for you that this indeed is not seeing at all. With your eyes you do not see. All you are doing is working with an image you have made. That image is a creation based upon what you call the past. The past is an image based on a belief in what you call time. And even time itself is an image you have made. I tell you, time does not exist. Time is not of truth, and therefore time has no meaning. In order for you to see with real vision what this course is teaching you, you will need not to see the past. You will need to free yourself of every association you have made with what you call the past. For the past has nothing to do with the way things are now. And that is why you see nothing as it is now. Now is freedom. It is movement. It is change. Now is never a static thing. Now cannot be labeled. Now can only be experienced in the absence of time, or as you might put it, in the fullness of this moment. Now can only exist when there is no association with what you call the past, with that which you call the future, or with what you call time. So it is that you have thoughts you think, and because you think those thoughts, you think you also see what those thoughts are about. However, you are experiencing images. If you wish, you could even use the word mirage instead. You all understand mirages. You may not have experienced them, but you've probably at least seen them in your movies. A mirage is an image that seems to appear, a trick played by light, and when you get close to it, it's not there. Your thoughts, I tell you, are mirages, and what will make them disappear is your getting close to the truth of what you are. Now all of light, as you experience light, is a form of energy. The entire cosmos is energy. The energy of which your world is made is very dense. The energy of what you call matter is extremely dense. The light you see with your eyes is less dense, though not very much less. But the light of real vision is not dense at all. The light of real vision cannot be contained. The light of real vision cannot be brought down to a point where it can become dense enough, sluggish enough, for you to see it with what you call your eyes. Do not fear for this. Let me start again. Do not fear for this. Rather rejoice, for you are coming to an awareness that there is a reality beyond the thoughts you think you think. Pause for a moment and reflect. I have said to you that all of your conflict, all of your fear, all of your grief, all of your pain is but because of your thinking. And so it follows that all of your conflict, all of your fear, all of your grief, all of your pain is nothing more than an image you have created or a mirage. You are the Son of God. Your inheritance is every gift that God has to give. And the gifts of God cannot be anything other than an expression of love and freedom and joy. Indeed, if you ever experience anything other than the childlike bliss of total freedom, a joy that reverberates through your being, then know that your experience is not of God, that you have created an image or a mirage which you think and which you think you see. True, you can imagine that you are in pain. You can imagine that you are upset, but such can never be of God. For God truly does not even know of pain or grief or fear. For truth simply is. And just as the light of real vision cannot be brought down to the dense level that would allow your physical eyes to see it, by the same token, the freedom and joy that is God cannot be brought down to a level where it can even imagine pain and grief and fear. For pain and grief and fear are but the mirages, the images you have created, in which you in your thinking believe to be real. Again, I tell you, they are not. That knowledge shall become your freedom, shall become your joy. For again, I tell you, beyond your thinking, beyond the thoughts you think, beyond that which you think you see, it is not emptiness, it is awareness. And awareness is rich and full and free and joyful and dynamic, changing and growing. It is beyond interpretation, so you cannot call it good. You cannot call it bad. You cannot call it safe. You cannot call it risky. You cannot call it anything. For as you do, as you would label it, you are thinking, and thus are creating that same dense form that becomes within your being an image or a mirage. It is most important you not forget. One of the major mirages you must deal with is the one you call yourself. You will move beyond those thoughts which seem to tell you of what you are, beyond those thoughts which seem to define you as a separate being, for in truth you are not separate. You are one. In truth, you are God. You are the Son of God. You are freedom. You are joy. And all of that is love. And you cannot be other than that. In your awareness, you will become, as I said thousands of years ago, like a little child. A little child does not analyze or process before he experiences. He simply moves through life from one experience to another, without fear, without thought of time, without thought of consequence, without analyzing whether a particular experience is good or bad. He merely experiences. I tell you, even when a little child cries, he is not interpreting it as bad. He is simply crying. And being with his experience and your awareness, which you shall come to through this course, will bring you to such a state. What always happens when you hear words like these is that you begin to form images, mirages. Thoughts come, which you think, and they ask questions, which you think you ask. How can I function in the world? How can I go to my job? How can I find enough food? How can I stay warm? How can I take care of my obligations? I tell you now, although in preliminary form, you truly do not have to worry about any of those things. For as you experience this Course in Miracles, you will move to a state of being, to a state of awareness which is free of all those concerns and all those fears. You will read lessons in the workbook which say that the Holy Spirit will guide you through every aspect of your existence. Everything you need in order to exist will be given to you, or you will know exactly where and how to find it, without conflict and without concern. If you need a word, it will be given you, and there will be no fear, no doubts, and no conflict. Pause this moment, if you will, and allow yourself, within your thoughts, to begin to imagine that you can indeed live on this earth just as I did, functioning on a daily basis, eating, sleeping, drinking, talking, communicating, and eventually, if you choose, dying. Allow yourself to imagine that you shall function on all those levels without a moment of doubt, without a moment of conflict, without a moment of concern about how everything will be provided. That shall be so, because in your awareness you shall be free of your interpretations, of the thoughts you think, of the images, of the mirages. And in that freedom, everything which your being imagines is instantly yours. For such is the power you have as the Son of God. Indeed, you are already expressing that power in your life. Every single thing which you experience has evolved out of your awareness. Sorry, pause while I turn the page. The grief, the pain, and the conflict which you seem to experience are but your choice. They all arise out of your thinking and your interpretations. They are simply the mirages you think you see. But already, always, you are the Son of God, and that cannot change. The goal of this course is to allow you to evolve past the images you have made, past the thoughts you think, to a point of reality, to a point of truth, which is independent of time, the past, and the future, which is independent of interpretation and independent, therefore, of conflict. In this moment, do your best to pause and imagine as freely as you can a life of no conflict, a life of total peace and total freedom. Try to imagine the ability to move through life with total safety, never having to wonder, never having to doubt, never having conflict of any kind. For as you imagine thusly, you shall be touching upon the reality of what you are, which is the Son of God, and you shall be touching upon love, which is the creative power of the universe, and which is God. Blessings upon you all. That is all. Okay, thank you.